We're live. We're live.
We're live?
We're live.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Can you definitely see you?
I'm assuming we can see me.
Why are you assuming?
Well, I'll move in a bit closer just in case. But yeah, so we're back for SEO TV. As we mentioned, we're the new Ant deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy's definitely Ant.
Having come out of rehab.
So yeah, it's a short one again this time. We've got 2 audits that we did this week.
Yep.
Which we'll run through, and just a couple of other bits as well. First off, Hike. We touched on last week the new product that we've launched. We're actually on Product Hunt now, so we'll drop a link in the description or in the comments underneath, just to link it out. But anything that you can do in terms of upvoting us or just dropping us a comment within there, any questions you've got, anything like that would be awesome.
Yeah, this is just a plea, really, isn't it? That's
Please.
basically just a plea. If you guys could go to Product Hub, we'll drop the link and give us an upvote, we'd be so happy. We really would.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
And also, obviously, we touched on Hike last week in terms of the actual platform itself. We've still got the 50% off offer until the end of this week. So again, we'll drop a little comment underneath the video just so you can get access to it. If it's not something that you're interested in at the minute, by all means, just send it on to your friends or anyone that you may have that may benefit from it.
Absolutely.
Start with the audits.
All
Andy's
right.
time to get up this time, which is a bit interesting.
Very interesting.
So let's hope that he doesn't cover the microphone with his finger.
Oh, your brother's watching.
The brother's watching.
Yeah,
Hello,
yeah.
brother. Aren't you proud? Awesome.
Are you proud, Aaron? Are you?
So the first audit that we've got today is Capsule's book, which we ran on Wednesday. This was submitted by Michelle, and
Just gonna move my laptop.
we basically had a look through page speed. So when we first launched the website, as you can see here,
Yep.
I'll actually try and show you on here as well. Takes a little while to load everything in, all the images, the videos.
Yeah.
As you can see, the page is still loading itself. So that was the first thing that jumped out to us when I loaded the website. So I thought, let's have a look at website speed. So we ran the website through a tool called Pingdom. Pingdom is a free tool.
No,
that's not the URL. That's just an image screenshot.
Do you want to grab the URL from us?
Yeah.
Is it on here, is it?
Tools.pingdom.com. And essentially you put in your website URL and you set the location that's closest to you, because obviously if it's further away, it just takes time for the website to load. So set the location that's closest to you, run it through there, and it will bring back a report, and the report results will essentially contain this information here, which are the key information that I focused on when doing the actual audit itself. So we ran the website through, and there was a couple of bits that popped up on there. The first one being the page size. So the page size on the audit itself was 9.9 megabytes, which is quite big for a website. Normally you'd look at around 3 megabytes-ish, I'd say, is a very maximum, but a lot of the time you can get it down to 1 megabyte.
Is that even for, let's say you've got a home page and it's slightly longer as the home page than maybe like an interior page?
Well, that's one of the recommendations to on here, in that this was a home page, but it was too long. But yeah, if the home page is a bit longer, you may kind of see that creep up a bit. Essentially, it doesn't really matter. If you've got a page size that's bigger, but the actual load time is really low, it's not a bad thing.
Yep.
It depends on kind of what you can do to improve that load time, and reducing the size of the page is the quickest and easiest win for that.
Yep.
So when looking through the actual website itself, I noticed that on the home page there was 32 megabytes worth of images, which is absolutely huge.
Yep.
We ran it through a tool called TinyPNG. So TinyPNG, again, is a free tool. If you've got a WordPress website, they have a plugin for WordPress as well, which does it automatically for you. And essentially all you do is you drop your images within there, they compress the image, and then you download your images again and then add them to your website. So they'll shrink the images down without losing the quality of the image itself. There are some compression tools out there, but the quality of the image drops as well, which is not what you want. You still want it to look really good. So that was one of the first bits that we advised, was run all the images through. I did it with the images that were on her site and got it reduced from 32 megabytes down to 11, which is still quite high, but it's a massive saving on what was there before. So running it through, taking it page by page if you want, take the most important pages first if you don't have enough time to put all of it in place. The other thing as well was on the image size. So don't upload an image that's 3,000 pixels wide. when actually it's only being used in a 500 pixel wide image. So just make sure the images that you upload are relevant to the size on the website. That can be tricky with responsive sites, but for the most part you should be fine. Again, WordPress has plugins to help with this as well. Some of the other CMS platforms might do. This was actually built within Squarespace. So I actually popped a link in there from Squarespace that talk about how you can essentially improve the fact that the site's loading slowly.
Yeah, and you can do that for pretty much any CMS platform, can't you?
Exactly.
If you've got issues, there's so much good info on the internet of all platforms. Like you said, that tiny PNG, there's an actual plugin for it in WordPress, which is so easy. Then you don't have to do each one individually. You just install the plugin, and boom, it just optimizes all your images.
Exactly, it's perfect. And it's free for up to, I think, around 500 images being compressed each month.
Okay.
So again, you can focus just on the main ones if you don't want to pay, or if you do want to pay, I don't think it's that expensive anyway. But it really will help with the speed at which the site loads. If you've got the plugin installed on WordPress, it also automatically compresses any images you upload there on going forward. So it does it all for you, which is perfect. The other side of that as well was what we touched on before, which was actually the size of the homepage, so the length of the homepage. So if we have a look at the actual homepage itself and we scroll down, you can see that this homepage goes on for quite a while. So obviously what you're having to do as a user and what Google's having to do is load all of the images that are on there, all of the videos, all of the text, all of the styles, everything that's on that page itself. That could probably be split down into 3 different pages, and by doing that you'll improve the speed. So if we click on the About Us page, the About Us page loads really quick because there's literally just a bit of text and some images at the bottom. So just having a look through, taking into consideration the keywords that you're optimizing for as well, but splitting down some of the pages that may be a bit too long, and that can really improve page speed as well. And like I say, page speed itself is a ranking factor, and highlighting ways that you can improve is really good. So Pingdom Tools is a great one. Paul also in the comments left a comment saying about GT Metrics as well, which is another tool that works kind of the same way as Pingdom. But they give you some other examples on ways you can improve it beyond kind of images and stuff like that. So definitely check them out as well.
Cool. Do you want to say hello to Rob Kent as well?
Hey Rob Kent.
Hey Rob.
Yeah, awesome. So
cool.
On to
I guess just final thing, the reason that page speed is important, obviously, it's because it's a better user experience.
Yeah.
I know you kind of went through that there with having to scroll the whole homepage, but you also get a little bit of an SEO boost. It's a ranking factor, which means Google?
What's Google?
I don't know.
New search engine Google, you had it here first.
Yep. Google will look at the speed of all the sites, and the fastest ones, it will push them to the top, or it'll be a factor that helps them push it to the top.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Awesome. So, up next.
Giggle.
All right. So the next audit is. So I did this one yesterday evening. Didn't have a huge amount of time, so instead of doing more an in-depth one, just had a quick snapshot of the site. Found 3 areas that these guys can improve. So it was a startup called Idea Drop, and it's hosted by the founder Indre. Sorry if I'm pronouncing the name incorrectly.
You're not good with names, are you, mate?
No.
Giggle.
Not really, no. So the 3 areas that I noticed that can improve their SEO. So the first one, if you want to zoom in.
Yep, zooming in.
Is the non-secure. So the site isn't on HTTPS, which means you get this horrible little not secure badge next to your browser on Chrome. And if you click on it, you get more. They do have a login section of the site, and that's HTTPS. Which is on app.ideadrop.co. So they just need to, as we mentioned before, get the main part of the site secured as well. That's something Google's pushing for, and I'll give you like page speed, but not as big a ranking boost. It'll give you a little boost anyway. Okay, so the next thing that I found was linking to external websites. This is something we haven't mentioned before in the group, but we've spoke about getting backlinks to your website from other websites, which is really good and helpful for SEO. But what about when you link out to other websites? So you're the backlink for them. That's absolutely cool. It's natural. You might be writing a blog and you might reference another blog or another article or a case study, and you might want to link to it so that your users can go and follow that information. That can be really helpful, not just from a user point of view, but from a SEO point of view as well, because Google sees that you're relating content.
But if you do too many, then what you start to do is you kind of leak your SEO juice away. So with these guys,
On the homepage, here are the companies that use their product, which is really, really good. But each one, okay, great. They've removed the links.
well,
Good work.
You guys are following our examples. That's amazing. So yeah, they were linking out and they were losing SEO juice, and really there wasn't a huge need to link to those guys. So by doing that, you're just keeping your SEO value on your site. That was the second one. And finally, the third is I found some 404 pages. So these are pages which are old pages, we spoke about them, they've gone dead. So for example here, one of them was a senior PHP developer they were hiring for. Another one was meeting, I assume, one of their old sales staff, strategic sales. And those pages return a 404 and they've not been redirected. Now it happened across quite a lot of pages. So in order to retain the SEO value, because every page on a website has a little bit of SEO value, you know, it filters down from like your home page, your sub pages, and when you delete it, you lose that SEO value, and some pages are going to be pretty valuable. So in those cases, redirect them back to a relevant page, you know, whether it's back to another salesperson, maybe back to your job page, you know, just redirect it back, save that SEO value, and yeah, you'll get a little boost from that as well. And that's everything for Idea Drop.
Awesome.
Cool. Right.
Every time.
Every week, just no point. Literally no point. Okay, so see you later, everyone. Have a great weekend. As we mentioned, if you could give our little our hike product an upvote on Product Hunt, that would be ace. I'm also going to do a webinar on kind of like tips and tricks for SEO for startups and small businesses. If you've got any ideas of content, obviously we've got loads of content from the group. If there's anything specifically that you'd want to be in a webinar or in a training piece or in a document that you can use, let us know and we'll make sure that we include it as well.
Awesome.
Anything from you, Kieran?
No, I think that's it. That's
All right,
it.
sweet.
Awesome.
All right. See you later, everyone.
See you later, all.